Check it out, people. It's Fresh Mark Scents with another fresh review. Today I'll be doing Gourmand scents that I can't live without. These are scents picked for their versatility throughout the seasons, their star quality or signature scent quality that would make it unique but wearable for most days. And lastly, the mass appeal of it. These scents have to be, well, they don't have to be mass appealing, but the reason why I'm more likely to wear it on a day-to-day basis is because of their mass appeal. Because let's face it, you do wear scents sometimes to impress other people and not just for yourself. So that's the third reason. So let's get into all of these scents. The first scent, let me just get into it. Gourmand scent is something that is edible, something you can eat. So without further ado, the first one that I'll be talking about is something you've probably seen before, but I have to mention it. Tom Ford Noir Extreme. This scent has was it pistachio kulfi? Yes, pistachio kulfi, which is pistachio ice cream, Indian style ice cream kulfi, which means that you have more natural cream in it. So it's a very creamy ice cream note. Creamy, slightly green, sweet cardamom-like ice cream because it's got cardamom, the pistachio ice cream, the saffron, gives it a nice sparkle. I mean, it's so addictive. I almost sniffed the whole bowl, almost put it on my nose. That is fantastically sweet, sparkling, great for formal occasions. It rounds off to a very creamy vanilla ice cream note, tempered by slight sweetness of saffron, which is sparkly, sweet, a little bit, not really spicy, but it's got a sweet spice to it. And that cardamom note runs through to make this perfume aromatic, sweet, creamy, and a real treat for nighttime meets. Was it formal dinner, whatever like that? But this is playful, sweet, and seductive. Tom Ford Noir Extreme, a real winner in the gourmand section, and I think a lot of other people would agree with me too. Next one, Givenchy Pie. Now, this is a very, this is my number one amber scent in terms of smelling like the actual amber rock. Well, I've never really smelled an amber rock, and it's an imaginary fragrance, but the sparkly gold and syrupy nature of this paired with the almond in the middle, what you get on the top note, let's spray this in a place I haven't sprayed before. You get that light, fruity mandarin. But before it gets juicy, it's tempered, it's mixed with the warming benzoin note. This warming benzoin note is almost like a warm sheet of paper, like a little bit papery, dry. And I think that's what changes a perfume from being, it would be light, fruity, and airy with that mandarin note and the sparkling bergamot on top, and the sweet green note of tarragon to really lift it and make it sparkling. And then the benzoin drops the sweet, fruity, creamy notes into something warmer with a hint of almond flourishing in the mid. And when you mix that slight mandarin with the creamy, warm benzoin and vanilla in the base, with the almond and the amber note, the bitter, creamy, slightly sweet note of almond mixing with the amber really holds the, not just the sweetness of the perfume, but the effect of a golden amber crystal, because you've got the sparkly nature on top, you've got the sweet syrupy nature in the mid, and in the base that's mixing with vanilla. So you get a creaminess, sweetness, the sparkle of amber, and I feel that this is a heavily neglected perfume. Givenchy Pie Eau de Toilette is my next choice for a amber gourmand scent. The next one is a fragrance by Dua, Black Widow. This fragrance has caramel, almond, chocolate, bitter almond, the sweetness of cognac, the sweetness of brandy, with the luxurious and hefty whiskey note. I think it's cognac and brandy actually. Yeah, cognac and brandy. Uh, provides something heavily luxurious, and I feel that this smells exactly like a Cadbury's dairy milk fruit and nut, because it's got a little bit of dried fruit in here, and that cognac mixed with the dark chocolate note gives a dark and sweet effect like milk chocolate, high quality milk chocolate, which has got that cacao dusting flavor, bitter, sweet, slightly milky, creamy chocolate vibe with, wow, I mean, spray once over here, because if I spray on my clothes, if I spray on my body, there'll be no place else left to spray, and I'll be mingling the scents. But this performs fantastically on the clothes. I can smell it for 2 days on the clothes. So one spray is all you need for the most luxurious gourmand scent that you've ever tried and I've ever tried. Dua limited edition Black Widow 100ml. Definitely check that one out, because that is limited edition and it's my favorite out of this lot in terms of being luxurious and really evoking the sense of a full, satisfying chocolate bar. A really chunky yet high quality chocolate bar. The next one is Emporio Armani Stronger With You. This has a biscuity, syrupy, um, pineapple and pineapple, lavender, sage combination, which makes it aromatic with some cardamom in there. The melon in the middle holds the sweetness of walnuts, vanilla, cognac wood, very creamy in the base, very sweet and syrupy on the top. This is the most versatile in terms of being mass appealing. If I want to go out, smell a gourmand scent, and just know that I smell good to everybody else, I'm going to wear Stronger With You Eau de Toilette. I think the Intensely is more of a niche for people who like toffee and more intense gourmands, but I think it's done in a slightly cheap way, the Intensely, and I'd much prefer my Dua Black Widow any day over the Intensely version. So check out the Eau de Toilette, and it's the most mass appealing out of the lot. So, Stronger With You, Eau de Toilette. What is next? Something very luxurious. 2020's version of Tom Ford Black Orchid Gold Edition. This simplifies the Black Orchid EDP DNA, reduces the amount of iris and white floral. I wouldn't say it's better per se, but it's more luxurious, hefty, it's more masculine and wearable and accessible for more people. Less people would be thinking you're wearing a lady's perfume, but I think that the EDP is perfectly unisex. But for people who want something masculine with the truffle and rum combination, this gourmand has it all. It's boozy with the rum. It has that rich dried fruit spiciness of the rum, with without being harsh or hot or in any way. Straight going into that dark, creamy, sweet truffle note. Very creamy dark chocolate truffle. You get the patchouli in the base, which is a dry wood that's made a little bit wet by that rum. And it feels like a rum-soaked truffle. So very luxurious, fantastic for winter. And it'll definitely get you compliments. A very sexy fragrance because it's dark, mature, sweet, chocolatey, rich. You could wear it on a leather jacket and have a sense of luxury about you, whilst having the dark temptation of dark chocolate creamy truffle. If you were to wear it on a suit, you'd be very opulent, very expressionate of your love for bodacious fragrances. So you'd be known and projecting as somebody who is wearing a fragrance and really treating the night as something special and luxurious. So definitely check out the 2020 version of Tom Ford Black Orchid. The next one, I can't go into a list of chocolate without going into Mancera's Choco Violet or Violet. Either way, this is fantastic. You could say run-of-the-mill perfume or day-to-day dumb reach fragrance. Something that has creamy violet in it, mixing with slight notes of hazelnut, a little bit of mandarin on the top, but that's not really what makes it special. It's the mixture of chocolate and milk. It's that milk chocolate with extra double cream. It really tapers off into a creamy fuzz, let's say, warm, fuzzy, milky, creamy scent that is uplifted by the sweetness of violet and the creaminess of violet with a touch of melon, which is also was it present in Stronger With You. But I think that the melon with the milky chocolate note of Choco Violet and the slight sweetness of violet mixed with it, that produces a long-lasting natural sweetness from a chocolate perfume. So I really like the natural sweetness of a chocolate perfume. Chocolate perfumes are usually very synthetic and they don't really smell like chocolate. But all of these gourmand perfumes smell like real chocolate or essences of dark chocolate, milk chocolate, whatever you call it. This has got that satisfying milk chocolate, almost Cocoa Pops like feeling, like a breakfast cereal chocolate, but it's not cheap. It's sweetened by natural violet, and the hazelnut touch in here makes it slightly smell like Nutella in the mid. Actually, it smells a lot like Nutella in the mid. So be prepared for a seductive, smooth, daytime chocolate and hazelnut scent with touches of airy vanilla, just to give it some brightness and class. It'll be fantastic on navy blue check suit, something like that. Getting ready. If you're going to work, it may be a little bit too playful, but I definitely suggest this for after work in the daytime, or if you wanted to do a few interviews in the morning, or you're here to meet some people in a formal casual setting. This is great for smart casual wear. I could see this being worn with chinos, just very casual, fresh, sweet, slightly a cute perfume for the sweet man who likes to express himself and not really hide behind his fragrance. Sort of bring about that playful atmosphere through the perfume and through everything else he does. So definitely check out Choco Violet. I definitely think it's signature scent worthy because it has a unique chocolate note, but it could be wearable every day because the creaminess of the violet is very wearable on a day-to-day basis. And the last one, another Noir fragrance, something I haven't actually shown to you before. Yes, 2 weeks is up and it's time for the third one. Dua Elixir. Yes, saffron is the secret gourmand ingredient. I have revealed it in Tom Ford Noir Extreme. But yes, for Indians and Pakistani, anyone Asian, saffron is a common gourmand sweet treat, like cardamom as well, because it's commonly used in our sweet treats. Now, this mixes the most popular Western fruity gourmand note, pineapple, like in a Ventus format, with Baccarat Rouge's saffron combination. Both of these have been received by the Western audiences as something both exotic with the saffron and tropical with the fruity notes of Aventus. So this scent is a stunner. I'm going to wear this on my neck just so I can absorb myself in it. Wow. That chocolate is strong. That chocolate is still going, but this saffron with pineapple bursts into glucose like pineapple, like the juice of a pineapple can, that syrupy sweetness of pineapple juice. Um, and then it dies down to a more natural pineapple, more fruity, citric, acidic pineapple, because it has notes of mandarin to support it, a little bit lemon and grapefruit from that Creed Aventus. And then that saffron comes in there as a big contrasting light delicate sweetness, which is still syrupy sweet in its strength, but when you contrast that with the pineapple, it's oh wow, I got a lot of fragrances here, sorry. Syrupy sweet mixed with the light sparkly sweetness of saffron, and then you get some creamy almond straight after that. So that's still mixing with the fruitiness of pineapple. It's an explosion of scent with the Creed Elixir. This is just a big, big mix. If you want to project yourself, you want to show everybody that you're wearing perfume, if you want to get attention, compliments, all of that sort of thing, this is really projecting yourself. This is a loud fragrance. This is not for the subtle people who hide behind closed doors, and they'll be muted in their expression. This is for the person who likes to go out there and meet new people and really express themselves with what they're wearing on their sleeve. And I think that's what perfume is all about. It's a celebration of individuality through perfume. So that dries down. Yes, now the woody oak moss is coming into it. It takes a little bit of time, but so the woody oak moss is coming into it with some white floral jasmine, and in the base you get some dry woody notes. I think you got a little bit of birch in there as well, but it really turns into that dry birch with slightly fruity pineapple and more saffron in the end. So you get a birch, dry wood, and sweet saffron mix. This is a very luxurious, sweet perfume. All of the Dua fragrances are quite luxurious and hefty. They come with strong longevity of about 9 hours, let's say, on the skin. And in terms of the clothes, it can last for about 2 days. So definitely check out all of these perfumes. You've got your showstopper over here. And the last one, I almost forgot, Ultra Male. I got this in 200 ml, and I almost wasn't going to include it in the gourmand section because you're not really going to eat rose, but the caraway is something that you do eat in bread, but you don't really eat it separately. Caraway is a spicy seed. When mixed with carnation, that gives this a romantic rose, amber, spicy carnation, and caraway seed fragrance with a very creamy and sweet amber vanilla combination in the base. It has a dark cloud about it, similar to the blue ginger in Opium Pour Homme, it gives a sort of night sky effect. But when I spray this in the air, this is also a very, I'd say this is a dandy fragrance, because it has a romantic dark rose about it, yet it has a very syrupy, let's not say syrupy again, well, it is syrupy. It's dark syrupy amber with light sparkling notes from the top note. Is there some bergamot in here? Hold up there. There is some bergamot in here. Bergamot, mint, and pear in the top notes. So the freshness does come from the creamy, light, fruity bergamot. But the contrast of that with the rose and the spicy notes is what keeps it special, because it has a light note, dark, powdery note, and sweet amber in the base. It's the most unique out of all of the Liiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiil. These are my favorites, Ultra Male and Angers Edition, along with Superman coming as third favorite. I probably would try the Popeye, but I think that this is my favorite out of the dark gourmand scents. So favorite dark amber gourmand scent. It does have freshness in the opening, but I believe that the freshness is coming from the contrast of the sweetness and the cloudiness of this perfume. That sort of caraway and amber vanilla mix makes it sweet, syrupy, and let's get this. It just has a dark romance about it that I can't really. I tried to compare it to the rich nature of the dried fruits in the rum or 2020's Black Orchid, but I think it's the dark floral nature of it with the vanilla that gives it its character and makes it so romantic. I think it's definitely a classic that is not really appreciated as much as it should be. I mean, I've seen a lot of reviews on this, but I've seen more reviews on the Parfum version or the Eau de Parfum version. I think the Eau de Toilette is just as good, if not better, because it has a more unique, well-rounded rose and black amber fragrance. So definitely check all of these fragrances out. Whatever you do, take care and stay fresh.